with you anywhere you go. Dwayne Wade ending Charlotte's 8-9.
Berkeley, oh look out! Gronkowski didn't have the angle. Touchdown! A high canyon trick.
So this is another beautiful piece. It's a very important production. Welcome to Pulse 2018. I am Camille, your host for South Florida TV on the 4Life TV network. I'm right here in South Beach, Florida for Pulse Miami Beach. And if you are an art enthusiast or someone just curious to see what's happening in Miami at this time of year, then this is the place to be. Pulse 2018. This is a part of the whole week of celebration with Art Basel going on at a different location, and we're right here at Indian Beach on the Miami Beach Strip. Many people are already lining up inside to see what we have in store, and I'm told that this is even bigger and better. I can't wait to get in to interact with everyone and get the inside scoop just for you.
Ooh, it's gonna be chilly today. I'll have to bundle you up when we take our walk. You want something to eat? I'm all ready for you. How about some mashed bananas, huh? That's your favorite.
It's never too early to talk with your kids about the dangers of alcohol,
Look what I have for you. Okay,
but it can be too late.
just a little more.
Today's the day to start the conversation and stop underage drinking. TalkItOutNC.org.
Hi, I'm Steven. Thank you for watching For Life TV at Post 2018.
And the action begins. I am now in the North tent. If you recall last year, I started a little different, working my way south to north, but I thought I'd switch it up this year and we'll start with the North tent and work our way south. In this side, we have the more established galleries, and I can hear a flurry of activities happening all around me. So stay tuned and let's get it on. I'm here with Cecilia from Gallery Coup from Hong Kong. Cecilia, good morning. How are you?
Good, great, and yeah, it's nice here in Miami.
And this is your first time at Pulse. How has that experience been?
Has been nice. People here is around, and then the collectors are just super.
And tell us, who are the artists that you are featuring today?
Yeah, okay. He Bailey is my is the Hong Kong most famous artist,
Okay.
and he's very famous in his Chinese ink. And actually, he has been with Christie's for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's so nice that with a big artist like him supporting me.
So I'm
yeah.
seeing a lot of vibrant
Right,
colors.
yes.
And I think this is indicative of your area, right?
Yes, and in the paintings you can see the artists. So this is a happy couple.
Okay.
Yeah, a husband and wife who has been doing art all along for many years, flying here and there all the time. Actually, they did very, very, very big installation works, or like in public areas in the roundabout. Yeah, and so this is their installation work on the wall. So you can see it's like floating out, and and flowers and happy colors, and I think a lot of people when they saw this, they saw the loving there.
And they smiled. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm smiling now. So tell me, how long have you been in this business? How long have you had your gallery?
For over 6 years.
And do you travel globally also?
Actually, I've been trying to show in England, in London, and in Jakarta, in Australia, in the past year. And
Awesome.
I think Miami is a very good place for. I really feel that the people here is more open to
Okay.
different kind of arts, and with different all different countries they accepted it. Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about this piece on this side. I see that we do have some living plants also to match the colors. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a French artist. She's Claire.
Okay.
And then she purposely made this for Miami, for Pulse. Yeah, and she's inspired by also old masterpiece.
Okay.
When you saw a lot of the old masterpiece with flowers, or
Yes.
actually they had a very special, or the background is very important.
Okay.
So she's painting all these backgrounds with layers and layers of oil, and then acrylic, and then and then she matches it with the individual flowers. And of course, collectors can pick their own flowers and change it every now and then.
So this is another beautiful piece. Please tell us about this one.
Okay, this is Jean-Philippe Dubois. He's a Belgian artist, and he's the first artist that supported me when I started my gallery.
So this is a very special piece.
Right. To me, he's really special. And actually, he's a musician. He composes songs, so he's painting with music in his mind.
Awesome.
and
see the
right,
community though.
right,
Yes,
right. There's a
very
lot of
nice.
people likes it. Yeah, yeah.
Catalina, I'm very intrigued by this one. Please tell us about this one.
Yeah, he's another Belgian artist with me, and he started with painting, but in the past 15 years he just feel that because on a canvas it's difficult to capture the light and the movement.
Okay.
So he switched to photography. But actually that piece is also the piece that he's shooting up also is a piece made by himself. And he won the World Photography Awards in the conceptual category in the year 2012.
Awesome. I think this is such an honor to have met you, for you to have been here to showcase your art, and we do hope to see you again next year.
Yeah, sure, and it's very nice meeting all of you.
I'm now inside the booth for Raid Makers from Amsterdam, Netherlands, and I'm here with Pink. Hi Pink, how are you?
I'm fine. We are arrived last Monday, especially for the Art Miami week, and we are now on Art Miami week for the 5th time on the row.
Wow. And have you enjoyed it so far?
There's almost no time to have fun, but it is fun also to work in Miami. So that's why we are reaching out every single year with a great collection.
So tell me a little bit about your gallery.
I'm a female founder of a gallery, and when I started art history, I was noticed that a lot of female artists have it more hard to make a career in the art business than the other ones. So one of my policies is to bring on stage a lot of female artists, but also the softness. So it can be a male artist, but you feel in the tapestries a little bit of softness. So,
and I'm seeing behind us one of the textiles. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
all right, this is a tapestry. It belongs together like a diptych. It's made with a young artist from the Netherlands. And he made it in cooperation with a textile museum from the Netherlands, so it's really high end. And he's using gold medal, organza silk and organic wool. And he really designed this for the Miami Art Week. So it's brand new.
Oh, awesome. Now this is the showstopper. Tell me about this one.
This is my masterpiece. The dress is from Iris van Herpen. And she's such a high-end fashion designer, and that's another typical thing of my gallery. I want to reach out to the combinations between art, fashion, design, photography.
Very interactive.
I don't believe in borders. So we're trying to sell this dress as an art object. Of course, Beyoncé is buying it and wearing it, but we think if you buy this piece and you place this in your beautiful hallway,
It's a showstopper.
it's a conversation piece.
Can you see me in it?
Of course.
And the shoes. Tell me about the shoes.
This is my first choice of the shoes. It's from the series of Iris van Herpen from the magnetic motion. So she tried to reach out the magnetic fields into the art of design shoes. I can't explain in English how it works, but she's mixing up magnetic ingredients in the 3D, so it looks
Like it's moving.
it's moving. Lady Gaga was wearing those, and it's in the collection of MoMA New York. This one is a one of a kind, and this pair of shoes is made with a 3D printer.
Okay.
It looks like stone, but it is like 3D printed. It's very complicated because it looks like organic stones, but it is 3D printed. This is another Dutch artist. She is Preta Wolzak, and she is making embroideries, all hand by hand, in combination with mixed media like sweat, leather pieces, and she is worried about the climate. So this work is an optimistic view, but with a serious message behind. What are we going to do with the Arctics? Are we losing the Arctics or just party there on the Arctics?
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Pink, for entertaining us today, and we do hope to see you next year at Pulse 2019.
I will come back.
Thank you again. I'm at Project Art Space with Kevin Southup. And Kevin, you indicated that you are the artist of this wonderful piece. Please tell me a little bit about that.
My primary practice is making stone carvings. So I travel around and go to different places and I carve the local imagery into the local rock outcroppings. And the goal is to make a super permanent document of our moment in time in what's happening in that place. So this piece is from a stone carving that I made this spring in Iceland. It's in the easternmost part of Iceland. And it's a local man on a local horse doing the local gait.
And how long have you been doing this, Kevin?
I've been an artist since I was a teenager, and I took some time off in my 30s, and then when I came back to it, I was interested in doing this super permanent sort of work. And I've been doing it since about 2008 full time.
And do you have a gallery that you're based, or where are you based?
I do. I'm Brooklyn based, and my gallery is Project Art Space. We're at 99 Madison Avenue in Manhattan.
And do you showcase other artists in your gallery?
We do. We have 8 artists in our booth here this year, all who have had some relationship with the gallery.
And how has your experience been at Pulse?
This is our 3rd year doing Pulse, and it's been excellent every year.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for showcasing this wonderful piece, and we will definitely interact with the other pieces that you have showcased today.
Thanks a lot for your interest, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you. So I'm with Madeline, the director for Project Art Space. Madeline, welcome.
Thank you so much for being here and featuring some of our artists.
So tell us, this is your third year here?
Yes, it's our third year exhibiting at Pulse Miami Beach, one of the satellite fairs to Art Basel during Miami Art Week.
And how has the experience been?
The experience has been wonderful. Over the past few days, we've had just amazing foot traffic. Some institutional collectors come in and acquire some of the pieces of our artists. It's just been a really great week.
And you said yesterday there was a lot of people, locals, right?
Right. So yesterday was a local, what we call local morning, and the Miami-Dade residents are actually able to come to the art fairs for free in the morning, just as a way for the community to engage with the fair.
And was that a lot of people?
It was so many people, a lot of families, kids. We have a candy bowl, so maybe we had more than some of the other galleries.
All right, so tell me now a little bit about, especially the piece that we're looking at behind us. This is vibrant colors and it's coming off the canvas. Tell me a little bit about this.
So these pieces are by an artist named Pavel Kraus. He is 72 from the Czech Republic, and he in the past mainly did sculptural marble pieces. And in the past 2 years, he's been working on paintings that are actually quite sculptural as well. They're called the Baroque series, and they're based off of traditional Roman Baroque cathedrals. So that's the color that you're seeing.
And are these three pieces together or they're separate pieces?
So they can be presented as the triptych or sold individually. It just kind of depends on what the collector sees and has in mind for their space.
Definitely. And we will see you next year?
Yeah, see you next year, Camille.
All right, thanks, Madeline. And this is Camille for South Florida TV on the 4Life TV network.
Stay tuned. Pulse Miami Beach. We'll be right back.
My name is Madeline Ehrlich, the director of Project Art Space Gallery, and thank you for watching 4Life TV at Pulse Miami Beach 2018.
I'm at the gallery of Fumano Class A from London, and I'm with one of the curators, Andres. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to be back in Miami.
And I'm also with the artist Herman. Herman, nice to meet you also.
Nice to meet you too, Frank.
So tell me a little bit about your gallery, and I see that we're featuring Herman this time around.
Yes, well, our gallery was founded only in 2017 when I merged with my partner Francesca Fiumano. She'd had her gallery for 15 years, I'd had mine for 10. So together we have a long experience. This is our third time here in Miami. Herman's first time, however, we have his artwork behind us here. And we're delighted to always be presenting new artists. We are returning with some, of course, but we try and introduce new art, new paintings, new ideas every time we come.
All right, wonderful. Herman, this is your first time here, and how has the experience been?
Well, you know, Miami is overwhelmingly hot and nice. So I must say it's wonderful actually. I've never been here before, but I hope to come back.
We hope to have you back. Now tell me a little bit about this piece behind us.
Well, this piece is painted in Sweden, where I have one of my studios, and it's water lilies and pretty much about reflections and shifting lights in water.
And Andres, I saw that you were featuring other artists that had other interesting pieces. Do you want to talk a little bit about those too?
And this is his interpretation of the film Blade Runner.
Oh,
so you have the entire film, it runs like a music script almost.
Wonderful.
So the length of these represents the scenes in the films.
Awesome. And then there's a piece with a gentleman that is the focal point. I see. Tell me a little bit about that one.
So that's by Shadi Razeh. She's Iranian. She lives in London, but she works with this multidiscipline of photography, embroidery, painting. So it's a representation of Iranian tales and European art. It's a merger of the two.
Well, I'm so pleased to have met you. I'm so pleased to have met you, and we do hope to see you again. I'm here at Carrie Abel Gallery with Carrie and Kayla. Carrie, tell me a little bit about what's being showcased today.
Hi, so we have Sarah E. Brooke and Karen Fitzgerald, and then also a VR painting of my own, and the oil painting triptych that we're standing in front of is also my own piece. Yeah.
And Kayla, tell me a little bit about what it is that is showcased in this gallery.
Well, what we do at Carrie Abel is that we create a platform for artists. We have an open submission process. That means anyone can submit. We're not interested in your bio. We're not interested in your education. We're completely interested in your technical skill. And that is how we have built our roster of artists that we represent here.
And is this your first time here at Pulse?
This is my first time at Pulse, and I was actually thrilled to be here. It's been beautiful. We've been in really good company. So it's been exciting to see all the works that we've been seeing, as well as like being able to show with such a high caliber of artists.
So Carrie, I'm told that you do a bit of everything, right? So tell me a little bit about your different interests and about this piece behind us.
Well, I think Kayla says it better than me, but I'm a visual artist, poet, musician, and also virtual reality painter. And I began this gallery 2.5 years ago with a dream of showcasing emerging artists with an open submission policy that's blind. So yeah, my interests span all different varieties, and as Kayla said, I'm also a bit of a tech nerd, so yeah.
And tell me a little bit about this interesting piece.
So this is a triptych from just recently, 2018, and it's oil on linen, and there's many layers, and if you get closer to it, you can see that there's a lot of details that may not show up from far away, and it's kind of stream of consciousness, so I'm not like referencing anything, or it's just all, I'm probably thinking the least when I'm painting, I think. So it's all just kind of, stream of consciousness.
And you said that you're a bit of a techie. Tell me a little bit about that one.
Sure. I have a virtual reality painting residency in the Lower East Side of Manhattan where I make, so you'll have to check that out after.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope to see you next year, right?
definitely. Yeah.
Beulah, it was such a pleasure interacting with you. Please tell me where you're from, the gallery that you're represented, and we will talk a little bit about the art.
Okay, I'm actually from Australia, but I live in Hong Kong. The gallery's name is Van Rensburg Galleries. We've been going for about 6 years, and this is our first time to Pulse Miami. We often show in New York, and also in Hong Kong. So we're representing here at Miami. We've got George Raftopoulos. George Raftopoulos is an Australian artist with Greek heritage, and he's a very well-established artist. He's showing at the Art Gallery of New South Wales at the moment, and his work is basically, he believes there's these figures trapped in the canvas, which he tries to pull out of the canvas, and it's a real tug of war, with the canvas. And he often refers to Goya's figures, and so you can see in Offertot, which is the one over here, it's actually one of Goya's famous silhouettes, and then he fills it with his own ideas. And the flower that he's offering up is a flower of hope. Into the future. And then he also uses the military figure a lot, and you can see that he has an amazing control of the positive and negative space.
So I'm drawn to these paintings or pictures on the wall. Tell me about those.
So this is Tammy Bahat. Tammy Bahat is Israeli-born, LA-based photographer. She moved here when she was about 1.5. Her father was a painter, so she was always influenced by her dad, Dali, and he was always painting and referring to the Dutch masters. Now they look like paintings, but they're actual photographs. The animals are real, the people are real, they're not photoshopped together, they're not montaged. Gus Luning is another Australian artist. He did a residency with a group of Aboriginals up in northern Australia, and he was influenced by the way they tell their stories. You know, they do the dot painting, and they basically map out how to find water, how to get to food.
Right.
And so he developed his own storytelling and his own songline. He lives in rural Victoria along a river. I mean, there's nowhere really to buy coffee anywhere near where he lives.
Beulah, thank you so much. I've learned so much about the pieces, and we hope to see you again next year.
Great, definitely. Thanks for coming by.
I'm here with Bridget, one of the patrons at Pulse 2018. Bridget, tell me, how are you enjoying this?
Hello, thank you very much. I'm enjoying it a lot. One thing that I really noticed and like this year about the show is all the textile art. There's this piece right here behind me where it's a mixed media of all different kind of textiles. There's an antique textile here that I believe dates back to 1700. That's shredding up, and then the artist does this whole contemporary overlay with the different threads, and this is one of my favorite pieces here.
And are you a local to Miami?
I am not. I'm actually from New York City, and I'm here doing an exhibition for vintage Gianni Versace at the Faena Bazaar, which is going to be exhibited at the Faena Bazaar for a month. And it's all 1990s Gianni Versace Miami Year collection, and that's one of the main reasons I'm in town this Basel, because it launched on December 2nd.
And I love this outfit.
Oh, well, thank you. This is a whole vintage outfit, and that's another part of myself and my business is we do all vintage couture and vintage clothing, and I like to wear my art and be a walking art piece.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Bridget. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we look forward to seeing you probably next year.
Yes, thank you. I'll be here.
I'm blind. Oof, that's bright.
Light, right? I'm here again with Frank Branaducci. And Frank, tell me, you're here again this year, so it must be an awesome year.
Yes, we had a successful run last year. This is a wonderful show, fair. It's very carefully vetted, meaning you can't just apply and get in. You have to submit a proposal and your artist for consideration by a committee. And then if they approve that, you'll be accepted into the fair. So you could imagine there's only 70 dealers or so in the fair, and probably 700 want to get in. So the odds are slim. So you need a good program.
And tell me, who are the artists that we are featuring this year?
Okay, this year we have a range of the artists that we represent in New York. They're called new precisionists. That means they're highly skilled technically, and they also tend to focus on one object that they paint over and over. For example, William Fisk behind me is a young guy from Toronto, and his work, the subject matter is modernist technology. In other words, this is an old film camera from probably the 1960s, and he collects these kinds of objects and lights them and photographs them himself, and then he'll make a big drawing, and then an underpainting, and then the final painting, and then the highlights. So it's a very long process. It takes about 4 months. Intricate, exactly. In a word, intricate. Thank you.
And I'm seeing that there are various paintings, different colors that are popping out. Do you want to mention those other artists?
Yes. Here we have Antonio Cazorla. He's someone we represent. Has had a solo show last season. And this is a new painting he did specifically for the fair.
I love the train.
Thank you. That's by Adam Normandin. He's known for his graffiti-covered freight trains. This one's in the Joshua Tree Desert, and has kind of special meaning for him. This is a gorgeous painting, I think. Behind the camera crew is a painting by Chris Klein. He's British, lives in Canada. I'm not sure why, but that's where he lives. And these are theatrical costumes that he paints. He worked in the theater for 20 years in England. They have a lot of live theater, and he just loves the costumes and the colors and her heart.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Frank, and it was a pleasure seeing you again.
Nice to see you. Thanks for the interview. Okay.
Stay tuned. Pulse Miami Beach. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Carrie Abel here at Pulse Art Fair with my gallery, the Carrie Abel Gallery. And I've really enjoyed being here. Thank you for watching For Life TV. I'm here at the Gallery of K Contemporary with Daria and Doug. Doug, tell me a little bit about your studio.
Well, we're a relatively new gallery. We just opened up a year ago, so we're just kind of celebrating our year anniversary. Although I've been in the business since I was 23. So
that was just a few days ago.
Absolutely, that was a year ago as well. Absolutely. So, you know, the artists that we brought to Pulse with us are all doing really interesting projects. For example, Suchitra Mitai has an upcoming exhibition in March at the Sharjah Biennale in the United Arab Emirates for their 2019 Biennale. And she's going to be transforming a courtyard with installation artwork, including an enormous piece that's been woven out of vintage saris.
And Daria, you guys are located in Colorado?
That's correct. We're in Denver, Colorado, in lower downtown on Wazee Street, and we love that location. It gets a lot of great foot traffic, and it's a really great area to be in.
And how have you been enjoying South Beach?
Oh my goodness, I have been on the beach every day.
And you guys be coming back next year?
Oh, absolutely. And I have to give a shout out to Jonathan Saiz too. I don't know if you saw the piece that we have in the front of the booth with 320 individual pieces. Wow. His next one he's doing for a solo show in spring at the Denver Art Museum has 10,000. Wow. And he'll be giving them all away. So it's going to be a really interesting social media kind of experiment.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today, and it was a pleasure meeting you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the fair.
Behind me, you see a beautiful tapestry, and I'm here with Claire from Claire Oliver Gallery. Claire, tell me a little bit about your gallery, and then we'll get into the art behind us.
So we're located in the Harlem area of Manhattan, New York City.
Yes.
And we've been in business for 27 years.
Wow.
We champion mid-career and emerging artists that work with a high degree of craftsmanship and skills. So you'll see things like the quilting, beadwork, glasswork, and of course then the traditional painting and sculpture as well.
Now this is a beautiful piece behind us, not only vibrant in colors, but very intricate in detail. Tell me about the artist and what's being displayed here.
So her name is Bisa Butler. She lives in New Jersey now. She's first generation immigrant from Ghana. She still has family living there, and so they go back and forth, and a lot of the fabric that you see here is traditional from her native country. A lot of it is second generation, second hand. She's repurposed, so the clothing that they collect, it's used clothing clothing. She likes that idea that it has DNA, it has a little bit of spirit already in it when she reuses it. In terms of the subject matter, this particular group comes from a series of completely unidentified photographs that were done in the 30s by the WPA. The government, the United States government, hired people to go out and take what they said were Negro settings. And they had no names, no cities, no dates, no information at all.
No identity.
No identity, exactly. So Bisa's trying to lift these noble spirits up and give them a new identity. And if you look at their faces, they could be kings, they could be, you know, titans of industry. And that's why, and she gives them a little bit of a hip hop vibe to make them contemporary. And
will you be coming back next year?
Oh, we've been coming to Miami for 27 years now. So we will be coming back.
So you are an institution in yourself.
Yes, I suppose I'm an antique at this point.
Well, thank you so much, and it was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for showcasing these artists.
My pleasure.
I'm here with Kathleen, who is the director and manager of Pulse 2018. Kathleen, can I say congratulations on another well put together show. This is the last day, and from what we're seeing, people are excited to have been here. They feel that they've gotten the exposure that they needed, and I think that's kudos to you. So please tell us what it is that was different this year, and what are your takebacks?
I think we brought a really nice mix of established galleries and more emerging galleries, and that you can see the difference between the north end and the south end. In the south end, having more solo booths with one artist, conversations booth, a dialogue between two artists. And in the north end, it's more established galleries that bring more than 3 artists. Another thing that people really appreciated is the projects that we spread around the fair, and we have some amazing projects like Mia Ando, who did a site-specific project in the connector tent, so in between the two tents.
I saw that outside.
The moonlit clouds, who are so poetic and beautiful.
And the wind was just carrying it throughout.
Really nice. And then Thomas Broadbent, who did on the deck outside of the south end this full moon that actually looks like a real moon. It's also one of my favorites, although I'm not supposed to have favorites.
Right.
But I do.
And there are a lot of repeat galleries, which is also a good thing.
It is, because it shows that we're doing something good, I guess. But I do like to have a healthy mix, because between returning galleries and new galleries, because the new galleries, they give that sort of energy of discovery, where with the returning galleries, it's recognition. Oh yes, this artist is here again, but with new work. So it's important to have that constant feeling of discovery with either established and recognizable artists than with something completely new that nobody's seen before.
Now, I know that there are stringent screening processes as to who do you choose to enter Pulse 2018. Could you tell us or give us a little insight as to how do you go about choosing the different galleries?
It's a very important question, because when galleries apply, my advisory committee and myself, we review them, and it's one thing I want to make sure that every artist and gallery knows is, if they're not chosen, it doesn't mean they're not a good artist. It just means they don't fit with the vision that we have for this fair. But there are always artists that I think really great, but doesn't fit here. But I'm a big believer that every art in a way is good, because somebody's been sitting in his studio and poured their heart into it. But yeah, it's a process where it's like, it's not just me, it's myself and the advisory committee, where we just think about what do we want to show as with Pulse? What's the type of art? Having a good mixture between different mediums. You will see photography like this, although the artist told us, like just recently in a tour, like a lot of people think this is a painting.
Right.
So you have sculpture over there, you have painting, you have
we have
street
VR,
yeah, we have
digital art.
exactly. You have street art, you have a bit of everything, and we really want to keep that a healthy balance.
Well, happy holidays again. Thank you so much for putting this on, and congratulations on a job well done. This is your second year at the helm, and I'm sure with time it will become as natural as getting up, right?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, and have a great day. I'm here with Peter from Analysis Art. Peter, tell me a little bit about this gallery and what we're showcasing today.
Hi, so we're NL equals US Art or Analysis Art. We're based in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and with an art consultancy in New York. Today we're showing mainly the work of Hans van Bentum, Arnoud Kilium, and Hilton Portilia. So Hans van Bentum is around 50 years old. He's been working for 30 years in the Netherlands. He's most known for his monumental works, which are featured largely in public spaces in Rotterdam and Amsterdam and all around the Netherlands. So he works in different mediums as well, including wood and crystal. For crystal, he'll go to Czech Republic, and for his wood, he'll go to Senegal. So he really searches out, techniques, but he's also interested in ancient or dying techniques.
And this piece is a statement piece. Do you know what this is all about?
It can be interpreted in a variety of different ways. It's a missal with traditional Chinese iconography. So, you can make of that what you'd like. But it's very interesting that, he's going to these places and searching out these old techniques and bringing a new light to it and kind of making it a pop modern art.
So you enjoyed Pulse 2008?
I think that it's spectacular, and it's a true synthesis of taste and, artists from around the world.
Well, Peter, it was a pleasure meeting you. We hope to see you again, and thank you.
Thanks so much for your time. I'm happy. I'll hope to see you next year.
So we're featuring Pulse projects, and I'm here with one of the featured artists, who is Wendy Chen. Wendy, it's such a pleasure to meet you. Please tell me about this beautiful artwork behind us.
Well, I tie knots for a living. It's what I do, and my goal with my artwork is to take these functional, mathematical, scientific objects like knots and really highlight the aesthetics in the knots themselves, and show when Sunbrella asked me to partner with them. Sunbrella are a textile maker who work with delicious colors. I was like, oh, this is perfect. So what you're seeing behind you is the first time that I've ever used color in one of my knot installations.
And how many colors are represented here?
There are 10 colors here, and I think I tied about 240, 250 knots.
So you're all knotted up, huh?
No, not me.
So tell me, how easy or how hard is it to do this?
it's just really about learning. It's like learning a new language. And in fact, I actually consider knots to be the language that I speak now in my art. So think about it. If you're learning Spanish or French, you just have to practice a little bit every day to increase your vocabulary. And so that's what I did. In 2016, I gave myself an assignment to learn one new knot every day from books for the whole year. And by the end of the year, I was fluent. And I had also made a large work of art that has come to define my career so far.
That's okay.
I do have a book coming out in 2019 that's going to teach how to make every one of the knots in this behind us. Yeah.
All right, Wendy, it was such a pleasure meeting you.
No, you too. Thank you.
I'm here with Nicole from White Concepts out of Berlin. Nicole, welcome back. We met last year and it's so good to see you again this year.
Pleasure to be here again. Wonderful city, wonderful art and artists, and I'm very proud to have brought also Wanderstang and Andre Wagner from Berlin. So she is the one who painted these wonderful oil paintings.
Wonderful.
And Andre Wagner is the incredible artist behind these impressive photographies.
And how has the experience been so far?
It's amazing. We had such a big response. It's wonderful. So it's their first time in the U.S. In Miami, and the resonance is just great.
Are they enjoying the beach? Have you been to the beach?
Yeah, in the morning.
Nice. And yesterday I heard that it was a flurry of people. How was that experience?
Yeah, I mean it's overwhelming, let's say. So but it's wonderful to have people from all parts of the world coming here just for Art Miami Week, right? So it's amazing.
So tell me a little bit about this piece right here.
So Wanderstang, she is a young German artist, and she was with Alexander McQueen for a while. So you can see that kind of influence. But on the other hand, she is such a raw talent that who can go to the white canvas and just paint right away. Her dreams, her imaginations, and it's just incredible.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for bringing these two artists to us, and we hope to see you again next year.
Yes, we will. We will be here. Thanks a lot.
I'm here with Anishka and Charlotte out of Edinburgh. Ladies, please tell me what's the name of your gallery and who are we showcasing?
So we're called Arusha Gallery, and we're from Edinburgh in Scotland, and we're showcasing a solo booth by Charlotte Keats.
Wonderful. So Charlotte, tell me, what is your inspiration for the artwork we've seen today?
Okay, so I went on a big inspiration trip around the States and Canada 3 years ago for a few months, and the works are kind of inspired by spaces that I'd visited on this trip, but they're kind of imagined and memories of spaces that I'd seen. They're not, you can't kind of pinpoint exactly where they are, so they're more like ideas of places.
Well, I want to escape to some of these places. And how has the experience been at Pulse 2018?
To be honest, it's probably my favorite fair that I've ever done. It's amazing being on the beach, and people have been really, really lovely and sort of forthcoming, and they really responded to Charlotte's work like beyond our expectations.
Wonderful. So does that mean you guys will be coming back?
I think so, yes. I think it's quite safe to say that we'll be coming.
And is this your first time at Pulse?
Yes, it's the first time in Pulse. It's our first time in Miami.
Well, you definitely have to come back now.
Yeah.
And I hope that Miami will give you some inspiration for future artwork.
Yeah, absolutely. I visited here for only 2 days in the big road trip, so it's really nice to be back again and getting more inspiration.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us here, and we look forward to seeing more work from you and to see you again next year.
Thank you so much.
New York, Belgium, France, Hong Kong. These are just some of the artists that I had an opportunity to interact with at Pulse 2018. I can't wait to see what is in store next year. And if you have missed it, then you need to come on down to Pulse 2019 when we will showcase more exhibitors, more galleries, and more artists. Again, this is Camille for South Florida TV on the For Life TV network.
I'm Anishka Prendota from Arusha Gallery.
I'm Wendy Chen from San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Steven.
This is Peter from Analysis Art Gallery in Rotterdam.
Okay, my name is Beulah van Rensburg. I'm from Van Rensburg Galleries in Hong Kong.
Hello, my name is Pien Rademakers from Rademakers Gallery from Amsterdam.
Hi, I'm Frank Bernaducci, and this is the Bernaducci Gallery.
Hi, I'm Carrie Abel here at Pulse Art Fair.
Thank you for watching For Life TV.
I'm watching For Life TV.
Thank you for watching For Life TV, and we hope to see you here next year at Pulse.
Thank you for watching For Life TV at Pulse 2018, Miami Beach.
And thank you for watching For Life TV at Pulse 2018.
Thank you for Life TV.
Thank you for watching For Life TV.
Thank you for watching For Life TV at Pulse 2018.